Okay, mate.
Hi guys, welcome to Hampshire Outdoors and Survival. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining us up the woods. Today we're going to be covering load carrying systems for a bug out, bushcraft or survival situation. We're going to do 4 different systems and we're going to try them out, try the pros and the cons for each. Anyhow, so come on, come and join me up the woods. Let's go and have a bit of fun. So guys, we're up the woods today covering load carrying systems for a bug out bushcraft survival situation. We're going to do 4 of these different systems. Yeah, cover the pros and cons. Please like, subscribe, share. Join us on a Sunday night for our Sunday social live stream where we talk about all things outdoors. Come along and have a chat. It's like being down a pub. Everybody seems to be enjoying it. Anyhow, let's get on with this video. Yeah, alright guys, Mickey here. So, load carrying systems in a bug out and survival situation. There's lots of methods you can go to, and as we showed last week, having a belt rig is quite a good system. It carries a lot of your gear down low on your hips. It means that when you get to camp you can take your pack off and you can put all your bedding or your tentage system away, and you're carrying it low. It's quite well balanced. You don't want to overload it, and you really don't need quite as much as I'm carrying there. Over the next few months we're going to look at adjusting this. We're actually speaking to a couple of people, looking at different pouches, yoke systems and that, and trying to come up with a civilian version. So we will keep you posted on how that's going. But again, it's the sort of thing that you can make and rig yourself quite easily. Now, other alternatives you can go to and are other load carrying systems that you could go to. So you could go with a chest rig like this. Now this is a bit of a battle rig. I borrowed it off of somebody that plays a lot of airsoft just to give you an idea of what you could go with. So in the military, a chest rig like this, combat role, it would have a carrier plate behind it to give you some ballistic protection, or possibly over your ballistic protection. But this sort of rig, it gives you lots of little pockets in the front, gives you magazine pouches. On the side you can put other pouches. Okay, so you could load this out. But the real bonus of having a system like this is if you're carrying a 120 litre long pack. So with the belt order, because you've got pouches above your hips, if you've got a 120 litre Bergen on, it tends to sit on those pouches, which can be uncomfortable. With a chest rig on, you've moved all the pouches to your front. Nice, because you can get to them quite easily. Okay, and you could then put a 120 litre long back Bergen on the back and it's going to hang free, and that will help to balance a bit of the weight out. Now personally, I'm not a big fan of chest rigs. I find them a little bit uncomfortable for me, but a lot of guys like them. Okay, it means especially if you're carrying things like radios, comms and that, it's where you want it. It can be clipped on. One thing that I see quite regularly, and I think Mac will agree with me, there has been a bit of a fad just lately for guys clipping knives onto rigs here. You don't want to do that, guys. There's 2 reasons. If you imagine having the sheath clipped on here, it's great, but you're taking a knife in and out like this, and I know somebody else has already pointed it out, not a good system, sliding that into its sheath here. If you missed, and yeah, it could be clumsy. The other thing is you're hanging a knife upside down. If it's not a good security system, yeah, it's gone, and it will always disappear when you're moving fast through the woods. Okay, so if you're going to carry a knife on your belt, carry it down low. Okay, or put it in your pack if it's a big knife like that. So that's a chest rig for you. Like I say, great because you can have all sorts of pouches loaded all over it. Carry it where you want. Okay, but it's a bit tactical for me. And the other side of it I personally find a pain is when it comes to taking it off. Okay, so on a rig like this, you've got clip systems and poppers and all sorts of bits and pieces to be released. Because it crosses over on your back, you need to release those before you can even think of getting it off, which can be a bit of a faff. Now, not all systems are like that. There are systems that are a bit better designed as a quick release, but that's a chest rig. Beyond the chest rig, okay, if it's you're not finding yourself in so much of a tactical position, you could go with something simple like this. Now, this is a simple bum bag. Now, this is what I carry my emergency aid kit in it. So anybody that works with me has seen this, because I always get it out and show them. Now, it's a simple pack on a belt. Do excuse the fingers are cold today. That I can either put on the front and clip it on, or I can clip it on the back. Okay. So, breathe in, Mickey. I'm going to have to do some editing there. So you can put it on the back, carry it there, it sits up above the hips. Okay, it's got a bit of weight to it, so it is going to be inclined to slide down. So again, you can put a yoke on that to hold that in place. But again, gives you a nice all-in-one kit. You could probably get all your survival gear, your bug out gear inside that. And again, nice thing is, if you suddenly find yourself in a situation you don't want it strapped to your body, yeah, hold it in one hand, walk along with it. With a mole system on it, it could also attach then to your Bergen or any other piece of quick kit that you have. You could even just bungee it on the top of your bag. That's a nice system. I've always liked that. Mac likes it. Again, because it's small and efficient, carries everything you want in one container. And if you're just starting out and you're looking at getting going, one of the things you can do is start off with a very simple, as I said the other day, belt. Okay, now this belt is a real cheapie. It's from Temu. It's not the longest belt in the world, as I discovered after it arrived. But again, all this belt has, all I've done with this belt, it's got 3 small pouches there, so that could be fire, basic meds, whatever you wanted, a survival pack, a water bottle and a knife. And all that can go on a simple belt system like that. Okay, it's more lightweight, it's quite simple. Okay, do you for moving around in the woods, do you for bugging around, keep your basic essentials in there. It's not a huge loadout, but then you don't always need a huge loadout, do you? So there's that system. And again, nice things, just undoes, and there is your basic essentials with you wherever you need it. Okay, nice little system like that. Okay, and lastly, in this section of the video, what else could you carry? Well, here's a good old go back to. Okay, either your smock or you can get yourself a simple ghillie, a simple fisherman's ghillie, hunter style ghillie, lots of pockets. So this has 2 down there, 2 there, large map pocket each side. Okay, you can get them with pockets in the back, has internal pockets as well. So again, a system like this, you could load those pockets up with everything you need, carry it in a lightweight simple ghillie that you can grab, take with you, sling it on, sling a Bergen over the top. You could even sling the webbing on with this. You could load yourself right up to the gunnels. But a nice little simple system. It's one of my favourites. It is a system I like because it's nondescript. Okay, yes, pockets can look a bit bulgy, but I can put all my kit into this and walk through a town centre. Alright, and all anybody's going to think is, blimey, he's got a lot of stuff in his pockets. Okay, they're not going to sit there and go, blimey, look, you know, he's carrying first aid kit, fire lighting kit, pouches, water and all the rest of it, okay? It can all go into this, simple as. So that's loadout systems, that's carrying loads. You've got to find what suits you. You've got to find, one, what the environment is you're in, okay? So if you're in a very rural environment, you're out in the middle of nowhere, are you going to be worried about it being tactical? Possibly not, okay? If you're in a town system or a city in a town, then it's going to be a bit more of a struggle. Then you're going to need to think about being a little bit more discreet. You don't want to make yourself a target, especially in a bug out situation. So I would say for bugging out in towns, simple ghillie, nice nondescript rucksack, load all your kit up in that and go. You're just going to look like another Joe Bloggs trying to make his way home. If you're in a more rural environment, might want to go with a belt combined with the rucksack, or if you're in a very rural situation or the world's gone absolutely tits up, go with a full web carry system, okay? If you're in a country where more tactically minded and you're going to be walking around with your M4, go with the chest rig, okay? That's my ideas there. What we're going to do, we're going to get a brew on now, so we're going to light a different fire this week, a different fire system altogether on the ground, and yeah, have a little natter there. Right guys, let's get a brew on. So you can see I've processed the wood, and I've not bothered filming the processing of the wood because you see me do it 100 times, it takes up more of the video. So what I've done, I've taken a bit of fat wood that I shaved off last week out of my tin, put it down there. I'm also going to use a little bit of one of my cotton pads soaked in wax, purely and simply because everything is damp up here. I'm McAtee, sat over there with the camera. It is cold and it is damp up here. So
it's miserable.
Yeah. So it's use everything in your arsenal to get it to go first time. Okay. That includes, if need be, modern systems. So yeah, in actual fact, you know what, we're going to go modern. All I want's a brew. It's cold, it's damp up here. It's fine doing all the bushcraft when you want to do all the bushcraft, okay, but all we want's a brew and a fire. So I'm going to get a cigarette lighter out without burning my fingers. Get that lit, and we're going to build our fire. And you see I've used a raised piece of timber here. And all we're going to do is build the fire up in a simple manner. Lots of air gaps through it. Coming up in sizes. In actual fact, let's get a good hearth going. For out to form a starfire. So what happens, this centre burns down, ignites the ends of these pieces of timber here, okay, and then all you've got to do is move your 4 pieces of timber in as you want to control and keep the fire going. The one on the top is just a bonus, that leaves me with a bit of wood on the sides. You can see how damp it is today, purely simply by the amount of steam that's coming off of this. Planes.
trains and automobiles.
Aye. Will do. Because it was a bit rotty up here. I want to get a good hot fire going as fast as possible. Right, and we'll let the fire do its thing. And basically by making a star fire, if you think about it, if you've got logs coming in this way, the idea is the fire's in the centre here, then all you've got to do is keep tapping the logs up to keep your fire fed. Now, things that you need to remember for that is you need dry wood, okay? And you don't want to use wood that's too thick. If you suddenly start going using wood this diameter, you're going to need to build a big fire in the center to get it going. Once you've got that core heat there, all it is just maintenance. It's just keep moving things up as and when you need to. Just pull some of these leaves out of the way. Right, we'll let this do its thing. We'll let it get a bit of temperature under it, and then we'll get a brew on. So things we're thinking about in the future. So me and Mac are thinking about a new camping system that we're going to bring to you guys, based on a more militaristic system, okay, using some of the knowledge we've gained through years of experience and applying that to the modern wild camping, stealth camping world with our own little twist on it. That series is going to start in the spring, so we're looking about April, May, and then we're going to go out and apply it, see what you think. So that's coming up in the future. Next week, I've got one of my subscribers is coming up the woods. We're going to do a little bit of an introduction there, have a day up, nice meet up, see how it goes. We are looking at doing a meet up later in the year. We're looking at doing an overnighter up here in the woods for those of you that are interested. Join us on a Sunday for more on the live stream. That's enough waffle there, guys. Hope you like the carry systems. Hopefully it gives you something to think about. It's just a very quick video today, purely and simply. I can't be out that long this week. It's absolutely minging out here. It's cold and it's damp. So that was just a quick video on load systems. We're going to go into this a lot more in depth, and we're going to cover improvements to all those systems in the future. So guys, have a great day wherever you are. Have a great week, in fact. Look after yourself, stay safe, have your adventures, get outdoors. Please like, subscribe, share. Join us on our Sunday night social. Come along, have a chat down the pub. It's a great time out. Okay, guys, love those you do, forgive those you don't. Peace and light be upon you all. From Mick and Mac.
Bye, bye.
Take it easy, guys. Mickey out.